Guys, I'm ready to start my backsplash project here in the kitchen. And what I'm going to do is put up backsplash, and I'm going to transition this from what you see here to what you see here. I need 9 tiles for this side, and I'm going to need 6 tiles for this side over here. So a total of 15. One other thing that I'll have to deal with is that from the top of the backsplash to the bottom of the cabinet, we're looking at 13 3/4 inches. The tiles are exactly 12 inches. So I've got 1 3/4 inches that I'm going to have to fill in here. I'm going to put a full tile against the backsplash here, and then I'll put my 1 3/4 inch filler up here by the cabinet, because you're not really going to see that, but I don't think it's going to be a problem anyway. It's going to look good either way. Fortunate for me is that the seam line that I need to cut along, and I'll show you this, is exactly 1/8 of an inch less than 1 3/4 inches. For the 1 3/4 inches here, I'm pretty lucky in that these first 3 right here, this one, and this one, that measures 1/8 of an inch less than 1 3/4 inches. So what I'll do is I'll turn this towel over, and I'll cut along the seam line here, and I'll use that as my filler up here on top. For this project, I'm using a 12 by 12 by 0.24 marble tile, and the name is Calcutta Marbella. I think that's how you pronounce that, and you can see the measurements here. By the way, the manufacturer is MIS, and you can look those up on the internet, but you cannot buy directly from them. I bought this tile from Home Depot, and MIS does not sell directly to the public. They only sell to wholesalers, to retailers like Home Depot. So if you wanted to order this, you could order this from Home Depot. You can also see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wall sockets to navigate. I bought myself a Dremel tool with a diamond wheel, and I'm going to use that to cut out for these sockets. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to show you guys how I cut these. I'm going to use a Dremel tool with a diamond wheel. I purchased it for about 45 bucks. And I have watched a YouTube video of this guy installing this very same tile. And that's what he used, and it seemed to go along very well. So that's what I'm going to use also. And as I said before, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this. I've cut this. I'm going to pull the backing off, like so. Once the backing is off, I'm going to spray it with this combination of soap and water. And get it nice and soapy. This will allow me to apply it and position it at the same time. Okay, so here we go. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, this is my Dremel tool. This is the diamond cutting bit, and I'm just going to Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to show you guys how to cut around this outlet here. What I've done is I've removed the tile from its package. I've dry fitted it up here, and it fits. And I know that this wall socket is going to fall somewhere in here. So this is what I need to do. I need to take the cover. Let me put the cover back over here. I'm going to put the cover back on, and I'm just going to draw a line around it and that's going to tell me where the outline of the plate is. So I've got to stay within these. I've got to stay within these lines here that you see, and I don't want to cover these brackets up here because I'm going to need to put spacers here to bring this out. So what I'll do is I'm going to, it fits up here like this. I'm going to turn it over on its back, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. And that's where I'm going to take my measurement from. And the first measurement would be 7 1/8. So what I'll do is I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will come up to the 6th little plate here, to the 6th tile, and I will mark that. Using that same one, I'm going to see what the other measurement is, and the other measurement is going to be 9 1/4. So that's going to be 9 1/4. So this right here is the outline. Now, from the bottom, the measurement's going to be 2 1/2. So I'll mark that. And then what I'm going to do is from right here, it's going to be 6 3/4. Should do it. 6 3/4. So again, from the bottom, 6 3/4. Just going to use this Dremel tool, and I'm going to cut this out. Hole here that I just cut with the Dremel tool, and I'm going to put it up here to make certain it fits. And it does. So we're in good shape here. This is the finished product. I guess I've got about 7 hours into this project. It's complete. I ended up purchasing a piece of trim here for the end. This is 1/2 inch by 12 inch. And that's just to finish off the end there, since it stopped right there. The wall plates, I purchased extenders for those to extend the wall sockets out. I caulked the top here where it meets the cabinet, and I ran the towel up just behind the microwave here, as you can see it here. Had to pull out the stove to get the towel behind it, but that was no big deal. And I did the same here with these wall plugs. I put extenders on them. And again, I put caulking here on the top just to finish it off. I think this is something any homeowner could do. Again, this was peel and stick. We got this from Home Depot. And earlier in the video, I gave you some information about how to purchase it. So you can go on, you can't purchase it directly from the manufacturer. You would have to go through Home Depot. We got in total, about $360 in this project. That's with supplies, the towel, everything. I even bought a Dremel, which was, as you saw, was a great help. I don't think that I could have done this. One thing I would say about the Dremel and cutting this stuff, make certain you wear wraparound eye protection, because even with that stuff, the dust was just flying everywhere, and there were little particles flying everywhere. So you just need to be really careful. I hope this is something that you guys can do. If you have any comments, just leave them below.